Hello, everyone's SCS SuperCoach, providing SuperCoach content for you. Who am I here with?
Your housemate. Can you
Yes,
remember my
Aidan.
name?
Yes, Aidan Miller.
There you go.
Yes, I am with Aidan, one of my housemates, doing something that Shorty has done before, where he does a draft grand final preview. Someone in the comments also requested for it, so here it is. Yeah, so it's us two in the grand final. We've also got a special guest. What's your name, son?
G'day, Liam, everyone.
Yep. Yeah, so he's just in the background. I actually don't know how to structure this video. I guess we talk over.
Yep.
I should have given it a bit more thought, but I guess we'll go over each other's sides.
Yep.
So we find ourselves in the grand final. We'll see the path that we took to get here. So obviously that's us two in the grand final. You knocked off Kobe, you knocked off Riley, you knocked off Spud.
But yeah,
to get there. Only took one win for me to make it, and took you about three.
Yep.
Seems pretty fair.
Yeah, we've come a long way.
So, I guess we'll go over the teams. So, I had a look at your side. Didn't look like you didn't deal with any carnage for your grand final matchup this week.
No,
So,
I was pretty lucky. Yeah, not too many injuries or suspensions. Which
yeah,
is good.
so you've got Cripps, Drew, and Kerno tonight.
Yep.
So you'll need Charlie to kick a bit of a bag.
Yeah, definitely.
You got Liam's boy, Ollie Dempsey,
Yep.
in your side, yes. Jai Simpkin, you got Wardlaw. You got a lot of guys playing early. I've got a lot of guys playing late. So seems like here you'll take the lead early, and it'll be interesting to see on Sunday how you go.
Yep.
How's your feel for the grand final?
I'm not massively confident, admittedly.
I think you've got a team that could punish me if a few of your boys go off.
Yeah.
Joe Danaher might be playing full back.
Yeah, I did hear about that. That'll be interesting. So I might need to stay aware of that. But that's kind of the I don't know what you'd say, but it's the uncertainty with Supercoach. Sometimes a different player goes into a position they're not usually going to play, and it stuffs up your score. So
yeah,
but no, Joe can be a little bit inconsistent. But I think in draft you've got to take your chances with some of those.
No, you
players,
do. Like I was talking to Liam about this. You've got a few blokes that can go 130.
Yeah,
but and that could really cost me. And I've just sort of built my side on who I think can just score 80s and have a bit of consistency there. So you've got some good players. Rory Laird, could he put on a big show in the last game as well?
Yeah. Ed Richards, the one I've been pretty happy with.
Richards, yeah.
I was very happy with that pick.
Yeah, I guess we'll also have a look through who you who you drafted this season.
Yeah.
In the draft we did back in the day. That's me. Hang on. There we go, Max Serrett. So run us through your overall thoughts on how you think you went for the draft.
Well, the first four are all still there: Laird, Marshall, Dunkley, and Ryan. So pretty happy with those.
Yep.
Funnily enough, Luke Wright, I hadn't drafted so long; it took me ages to get him in Supercoach. Although he has dropped off a bit.
Ryan at 29 is an absolute steal. You've nailed that.
I was pretty happy with that. Redmond I got rid of pretty quickly, and Parrish as well because he was injured.
Yeah, fair enough.
I had Kerno last year. Charlie, it's interesting with key forwards, isn't it? Because like they kick a bag and they get a good score, but they don't only kick one or two, and they're not going to score well. I think I got rid of Taranto because he got injured.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Ben Keys would have been nice to have last week. I think I got rid of him fairly early as well, but he would have been very nice. I don't think he's going to Ben McCullough handing him too many goals this week. So
but he's a very salty Bombers man. Over the past week,
I would have past couple of weeks, past sort of 20 odd years to be perfectly honest about life, really. Daniel was a disappointing one. Like I thought I'd get more out of him, but Bevo decided he wasn't good enough. So.
Cripps, that's a good pick.
Yeah, Cripper I was pretty happy with. Yeah, we didn't score that well last year, so I think that's why he went down the order, and that worked out. Dan Rioli's been fairly consistent. I had him last year as well, so I had a little bit of confidence. Ollie Wines,
he's been solid.
He's been solid. I traded him out though when he had that heart condition. Didn't know when he was
that's fair enough.
When he was going to come back. Harley is a funny one because I drafted him and then I traded him to you at the start of the year, but then I've actually
you got him back. I dropped him.
So hopefully Harley can find some of that early season form for me. So definitely
revenge game for him against me.
Simpkin was another one of those ones.
That's solid.
I drafted early days, got rid of, and then eventually brought him back. May and Langford, I think they were two players that I did draft at the start of the year. So I think most of the team stayed the same. I traded out Wayner, Norton. I had to get rid of because he was out for 4 or 5.
Yeah. Row bottom, you're a bit stiff this week because he's out with a cheekbone.
Well, he was out last week as well.
Yeah, out last week as well. But that's a very value sort of pick, 173rd in the draft.
Would have loved to have had him in. Oscar McInerney's been he's been on my bench, like he's been my backup ruck. But
yeah,
there's definitely been the odd week where I was like, gee, it would have been nice to have him on the ground. Salem, I think I traded out pretty early.
Yeah,
as well.
You've drafted very well, I reckon.
Oh yeah, I think I'd say probably about 75% have stayed in the team. There's been the trade here and there, but
I reckon there was only one trade the entire draft, and I think it was us two.
Yeah, between
yeah, I drafted Wardlaw and then traded him to you, and now you've got them both. So
the funny story is one of our guys in our draft comp, Riley, after he got through to the second week to play me, he actually tried to do about 5 or 6 trades with one of the guys who
got knocked out and bring in all the good players.
I beat him by 70 or 80 points or something like that. So that taught him a lesson for trying to be sneaky.
Yeah, we saw the message. It was like, trade me all your good players. All right. So I think Doss has done very well. I know my other housemate Jordan. He was saying to me throughout the season, it's going to be us two in the grand final, I reckon. He said that about a couple of times, and you knocked him off in the elimination final.
In the first week of finals.
And then I told you that he said that, and then you brought him up with it, and he just went, ugh.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy. He didn't have much to come back at me with because he knew he'd said it, but he wasn't too pleased. But I wasn't there for when he was saying that, but I believed it because it is something that Buddy would say, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, so I haven't shown you guys at all my side. So this is the side I'm rolling with for the grand final.
Pretty good side.
We got Sheasel, Mitch Hinge, Yo, Himmelberg, Amon. I think all 5 of them have been in my side the entire year.
There you go,
down the back line, so that's helped a fair bit.
Yo's a great pickup because he was a bit of an iffy one the start of this year, so that was a really good get.
I grabbed a few off you.
Taranto, yep.
My dad's calling me. Another time, mate. Give me a sec. So I think I picked up Taranto a week before he came back. Libba, Day, Merritt, they've been in the whole time. Someone dropped Sam Walsh, so I picked him up.
I think that might have been me. Funnily enough, even though my side's Max Zerrett, I think you just drafted him at the start of the year.
I drafted him with my second pick, and he's been fairly solid.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent. He doesn't ever get massive scores like Merritt, but he also rarely goes under 100.
Yeah, so he's my perfect prototypical draft sort of player. Just gives me 100 every week.
Yep.
We got DeGoey. Tim Kelly in there. You picked up Gorn. Riley dropped Gorn because
I was going to bring him in, and then you beat me to it.
I think I was ahead of you in the waivers there. And then the forward line has been extremely good. Well, it was actually looking a lot better, but I had to make a few adjustments because Rankin got suspended, so I dropped him because he wasn't going to come back this for the draft season.
I mean, although I'm guessing you brought Keys in this week.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I'll show you my waivers.
I'm surprised Sam Draper got 116 last week. I didn't think.
I was actually surprised as well. I put him on the bench even though I wasn't playing. Just because he was going to ruck share with Goldstein, but Goldstein got dropped in there. So
he did. So Draper will be, but up against Rowan Marshall. So
he'll be solo ruck though. So I'll back him in.
Yeah, he will be.
I brought in
Tracy's a great.
I brought up Tracy this week for the Eagles matchup. Brought in Keys, and I also had Zach Fisher in my draft side, and he got injured again, so I just dropped him. So I guess we'll go over my draft as well, and we'll probably wrap it up. So my first pick was Petrarca. And he
got injured.
Yeah, he's out. Yeah, so that hurt. Merritt, pick 2, 11th pick. That was pretty good. Briggs, that's a stinker. He hasn't lived up to the hype.
On last year's knowledge, it was a good pick. It was a good pick. It just didn't work out.
But Brody, I could have gotten Brody Grundy. So that just hasn't worked out. Sheasel 27. I'm very happy with that.
Flanders as well.
Libba, he's missed a few games, but he's been all right. Baker, far too high. Yo, I think that's good value there.
Again, another good one. A bit of a risk, but it's really paid off.
Yeah, Himmelberg fairly. He's just consistent. Taylor Adams, it was worth a crack.
Yeah,
but I thought he'd be playing midfield, but he didn't. Crouch, once again out for the season, so that hurt me as well. Rankin got suspended, but he was good.
Also got injured during the year too.
Yeah, he got injured as well with a hamstring. Amon, yeah, solid as it comes. McKercher, I mean, I think I've traded him in and out about 3 or 4 times because I know the role is there, but he keeps getting injured.
Yeah.
So, and then we got a couple of dud picks here, Zach Williams and Jack Billings.
Not the greatest of those two. Will Day, not a bad one.
Yeah, he was out for the first 6 rounds, so I just stashed him on the bench. This is a terrible drop that I did.
Oh,
I drafted Ed
I didn't realize you
Richards.
had Ed Richards.
Yeah, I had Ed Richards, and I dropped him after round 1. And yeah, that was an absolute mare there. So
thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. Drafted Wardlaw, Ginby, and Joe Hannison. So Hinge was one of my value picks. He's averaging, I think, 99. Yeah. So that's been good. So yeah, that's my draft side. And yeah, grand final. I guess there's been a bit of banter and a bit of shit talk here and there between 100%. Us two. So we'll see how we go. I hope I win because I take SuperCoach very seriously, and this is there is a very good chance this is my only chance of winning something in SuperCoach this year. So I think my classic stuff. So we'll see how we go. Best of luck, son.
You too, mate.
Yep. Best of luck. Who's your tip, Vert?
Probably you, Steve.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think the crowd want Doss to win, but just for a bit of difference. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Best of luck. Also, your birthday on Sunday.
Yes, it is. So, and we'll be in Richmond having drinks. So it'll be pretty tense on that Sunday.
Pretty tense Sunday. But yeah, we'll see if there are any birthday celebrations come out on the Sunday game. So thank you guys so much for watching. You're going to Carlton Port tonight, so that should be all right.
Yeah, we'll be in the Channel 7 broadcast area tonight.
Yeah,
nice. Get a bit of a look around. We might give BT a bit of a hug and a kiss. And...
Yeah, maybe keep an eye on Roaming Brian. You might be on tonight. So, yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. Best of luck to Doss for the grand final, and we'll see how we go. And, yeah, Can the Cats. See ya.